our organization, which is a national and international organization, sponsors semi-annual trips to Israel. We schedule our fall visit in November, October, when we celebrate Chayei Sarah in Hebron. And then, of course, in the spring, we come for Yom Yerushalayim, which we enjoyed celebrating yesterday in Yom Yerushalayim. In Yerushalayim, we were on Har Habayit with Rabbi Richman and toured the Old City and parts of East Jerusalem, etc., etc. And now we are in the Shomron. And we planned our itinerary to go to Alian in the Shiloh block as part of just, because we like going to the outposts. We are a chizuk group. So
chizuk in English is?
Chizuk means strength. Our whole idea is to go to the threatened areas. This is not a happy, it's always enjoyable, but this is not geared to just be the casual tour of Israel. This itinerary is planned to go to the threatened, endangered areas in Israel. When I say threatened and endangered, unfortunately, it's not so much threatened by the Arabs, but very much so by the Israeli government policies, which seem to be very anti-Jewish in many ways.
So you went to Alian, which is the outpost, the hilltop community that was demolished and evacuated today.
Exactly. Alian was on our schedule, and we discovered as we were approaching there that at around 4 o'clock this morning, the destructo squads had gone in and demolished this wonderful home that was really a very nice building there. That was the second time these people, Leah and Eitan Zev, had already had their home destroyed. This was destroyed now a second time, and then because they didn't just lie down and take it, because they resisted a little bit, the destructo squad was especially angry about that and returned and destroyed everything, trucks and cars and so on. And what we saw as we looked around us was just rubble. Chickens and some little animals like wandering around bewildered, not knowing where they were. And the people, though, are so strong. They're so strong. They're committed to rebuilding. And, of course, we committed ourselves also to spread the word, to tell people that this is the land of Israel. This is our holy land. This is our biblical promise, with all the security arguments, with all the historical arguments, the legal arguments, every argument that you can give. The bottom line is it's our biblical homeland. We are the chosen people in the promised land. And this is the land. And, in the midst of all that destruction, Yoni, we saw the gorgeous hills of the Jordan Valley. We saw the beautiful, beautiful land of the Shomron. Pick up the rocks and the stones, and you feel that you really are in a holy place.
And that's about the struggle between Israelis, between the Jews of Judea and Samaria and the authorities. Here, you're in a different story of terror. Behind you is the home of the Fogel family.
Yes, of course. We are in the home of outside the home of the Fogel family, and our guide Israel Danziger just explained to us the fact that the Arab city of Awarta is just behind these structures, and that there have been countless attacks from the city of Awarta. I think Itamar has suffered about 15 deaths. The Shabo family, a number of years ago, had a very similar experience to what happened here. And for some reason, Awarta is thriving and growing. And, I'm sure that the Israeli Defense Forces and the police and so on could thwart these attacks. I don't know why. I don't know why they're allowed to continue.
So you're here with a message of chizuk, of strengthening.
Absolutely. I mean, we love this land, and even though we do criticize the government, and unfortunately we find much to criticize, our feeling of love and support and strength for the land of Israel just grows with every trip that we take. And the reason that so many of the people who travel with me, we have a group of about 30 on this trip, I would say that 2/3 of them are people who've been with me before. They come again and again because we form very, very close ties with the people. Now that we met the people in Alian, Leah, and Eitan Zev, they will become our friends. We will continue to help them.
Exactly. Friends and actual support.
Absolutely. We worked so hard to prevent the expulsion from Gush Katif. AFSI was out there constantly working, fighting, protesting, and now that Gush Katif is destroyed, so on every single visit, we go to visit the refugees, the Jewish refugees who were expelled, and we had lunch with the Nidataka in Yesodot, in an unfinished building, a building under construction, adjacent to a synagogue under construction, and we saw the tremendous effort that's involved, tremendous effort to rebuild. And it's almost 6 years for the Gush Katif people. It will be six years in August.
So it sounds like, as you say, you came to give chizuk, but you probably get a lot of chizuk also, right?
Of course, of course. We get so much strength from these people who are so amazing, so amazing. We can't take, more pride than we do from the fact that they do not give up. They do not give up. And there are times when I feel like giving up because it seems to be such a difficult struggle. It's like Sisyphus pushing the rock up the mountain and it keeps falling back on you. But how can we? How can we, living in America, we're going back to our normal lives, but they're never normal again. They're never normal again because we have experienced so much with these people and we've come to love them so much and admire them so much. And we feel that if they can put so much of their heart and soul and sacrifice their lives, actually, to preserve this land, so we certainly just have to give them chizuk